All right. Let's see what we have. Yeah. Okay, so we are going to do a little bit of arena, not too much, because I'm pretty comfortable for where I am now. I think we'll do a little bit of the bait. Actually, I should probably just run all my 6 stars, although I only need one more run of 6 stars, and then that'll be that for those guys. We only need 2 more runs of the basic, and then that will be that. And the summoner trials, though that is where the rest of the time will be. But let's use up a bit of energy to start off with, I suppose. Yes, I suppose indeed. Okay, and we'll give it a couple minutes, and then we'll have a quick look at the Summoner Showdown Leaderboard. So that was updated earlier with the top 10 for each region. So we'll have a quick look and see if there's any names that are familiar on there. Okay, so let's see what we want to do here for using up some energy. Let's see. Okay, no revives. And we got 2 energy refills on 1 path. Perfecto mundo. Let's get to it. Let's get to it indeed. No, I think I might actually move these over here. Okay. Yes, let's see about that. Okay, and so. Okay, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do with that. I'm trying to figure out where I wanted to have some of these things placed on the stream, but okay. Oh, actually, this over a tad bit more. There we go. Okay, good. All right, let's see, start using up some energy here. Let's go. Oh dear, that was a bad idea. And that was even a worse idea. Oh, what a way to start. What a way to start. Oh, interesting. You didn't even finish his combo. Huh. Okay. Don't normally see the AI do that. Right, well, that was one way to get things going, eh? Yeah, we'll just restart. And have another go at it, I suppose. Could have probably just gotten through the whole thing with Claire, but yeah. Actually, this fight I usually prefer to use Claire. She'll negate his furies, so he's not going to be shrugging off buffs, although Sun Chi is fine for it too. We can use the slow to remove a fury. Mr. Showers, how you doing? What are you up to? What are you up to? Just using a bit of energy before we get going in the arenas. I don't think I'm going to... you know what I think I'll do? Probably just go with starting off in the Summoner Trials and then going from there. Not feeling the greatest, but tonight was good. Very good, very good. Oh yeah, because you weren't too sure if you contracted COVID. How many times did you say you had it now? You could be like a medical study, because I mean, I know there are, people that contract it once have come down with it again, but I know the other day you were saying you've got it a bunch of times. Dan, how you doing? How is your Tuesday night coming along? There we go. No Slayer of Gods. I know who he is. I don't think... No, I've never spoken to him. But yeah, I know who he is. You've had it 3 times, okay. Just curious because he sucks. Okay. Alright then. So you're making the rounds to the channel to let people know? It's funny. Okay. Slayer made Dan sleep on the couch. You guys know each other in person? Okay. Alright, well, let's get some Summoner Trials in. Oh, and then the Extra Arenas reset tomorrow. Wait a second, when are we done? Because I thought those were running for like 2 weeks. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We've got 2 weeks left for the current EQ, and then those will run for another 2 weeks. Yeah, okay. He hid me from someone's channel because I accidentally chatted on an alt account and I didn't even know. I kept going on other alts and exploiting, and he was telling me to... I see. Well, the best thing to do then, if you're pissed off at him, when he's streaming, go on his stream and let him know he sucks. Although, I mean, he could then obviously ban you from his channel, but hey, you could speak directly to the culprit of your heartbreak. Yeah, we're not going to do too much for the arena. I'm pretty much where I want to be, or maybe even a little bit ahead where I'd normally want to be. It's so different between going for a specific champion and not. Like, the arena just feels so much, not necessarily pressure, but just so much more laid back, I suppose. Pretty sure he already hid me from his channel for saying that he may have made a mistake about something on one of his videos. Oh, okay. Slayer was showing who the man really was. Hey, Jacob, how have you been trying to stream at all recently, or no? Or have you kind of given up for the time being? Yeah, but who hired someone for telling them they have been mistaken? Well, to each their own, right? I mean, if it's like if he's modding for somebody else and whatever, then so be it. But whoever's channel he was modding for can undo it. But if it's on his channel, well, it's his channel, so he can do whatever he wants. And you can't really criticize somebody for directing their channel the way they want. So, bad a little bit, but crashing issues still. Yeah. How much do you pay for internet where you are, Jacob? They're not going to undo it because he hid me before the person really understood what was going on. Yeah, I guess. But what I mean is, if it's on someone else's channel, they can see who's been banned on their own channel, and if they decide to reverse it, they can. If it's his channel, that he's the only one that would have access to that. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, the person may just not even look at that kind of stuff at all. I think, yeah, I don't think I've ever banned anybody from my live stream. Yeah, the only bans I've ever done on my channel are just like the no, I guess I don't know if they'd be bots. Yeah, I guess they're bots. But pretty much anytime you upload a video or after a stream, there's always these comments to links to like porn sites, and so those bots I've banned, but that's it. No actual people. He was modding for someone else. Yeah, the person thinks I did something wrong, but I did nothing. Oh well. Well, I mean, there's tons of channels to partake in, so. Yeah, the only thing that kind of sucks about that is I think if you're hidden from a channel, like you can't comment on a live stream, you can't comment on any videos, so there'd really be no way to reach out to the channel owner either. Unless it was somebody who had a Discord, then I guess you could join their Discord and plead your case there. But I mean, like absolutely, people make mistakes, mods or otherwise. Yeah, I guess in my case, I guess if it was during a live stream and something happened, I would probably like look at the chat and just see. But if it was like if I didn't see it during the live stream, I don't know if I would go back and look. So yeah, and sub from the channel because there's no point of being subbed if I can't interact with you. Well, I guess it depends because I mean, you can still view and listen and stuff, right? But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, if you're mainly looking forward to chatting with the streamer and the people in chat, and now you can't, then yeah, I could see that. I know on Twitch, there's a way to like appeal your ban or your timeout or whatever, but yeah, I don't think there is at all for YouTube. But I mean, YouTube overall isn't really geared for the live aspect of things. I mean, obviously there's a ton of people live streaming on it and stuff, but yeah, Twitch is much better suited for that. Yeah, so I would say your best bet then is if whoever's channel it is, if they have a Discord, you could just join the Discord and send the person a message there. If you care. If not, well, then it doesn't matter. What were you saying to me, Solar? I didn't hear you. I wasn't saying anything. I don't think. Oh, I asked how much you pay for internet for where you are. Discord, try that, got banned by Slay instantly. He's out to get you, is he? Well, then I guess, yeah, just let it go. Oh, so he's a mod on their YouTube channel and on their Discord. Okay. Huh. I don't think... So I have a few mods for YouTube. And there's not many people on my Discord, so really there's no real need for mods on Discord. But I don't think... Actually, now that I think about it, there is one mod on Discord. I should mod on YouTube as well. But yeah, neither of the mods for Discord are mods on YouTube. Which, at least one of them... I have to remember to do that tomorrow, actually. or the next time I see him in chat. 'Cause it's much easier to do that when somebody's in chat as opposed to trying to just type in their name. I mean, you can do it that way too, but it's much easier just to click on their name and add moderator. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I was gonna say, just die, damn it. Don't know at my parents', but at my house, about $70 for 25. Okay. Well, you don't live with your parents, right? Like you live somewhere else, so yeah, it'd be the yeah. So I'm asking like for where you live, not for where your parents are. But that's kind of crappy then if you're paying $70 and you're not getting satisfactory service. Then that kind of sucks. But I think you'd said once before that that's kind of like the only show in town, right? So they probably know people don't have a choice. You got to take what they give you. Ugh. Yeah, that's shitty. I keep seeing all of these posts and comments about people not too sure what they want to do as far as their class nexus tomorrow. And I'm just like, I don't think I'm going to open it. I'm going to have to pick the class right away, most likely. But I think I'm going to wait for any 6-star openings until the featured is around again. I live with my parents during this summer, my place during the rest of the year. Okay. So are you at your parents' currently? Oh, then that's shitty. So you can't stream at your parents' or at your place. That sucks. Because your parents are like a fair ways away from you, right? Like it's a couple-hour drive? You know, I've seriously thought that where I used to live in northern Canada, I thought that was the only place with bad internet. But apparently not. 2-hour drive. Okay. So wait, where are you currently then? Are you at your parents or are you at your place? Oof, there's no point in using Nightcrawler against King Groot because he's bleeding wound, so we won't get any extra damage. At your parents till next week? Okay. So even at your parents, it's shitty internet, eh? Damn, dude, that sucks. Well, this is your last year of school, though, right? How's your downloading? Like, can you download okay? Or is it kind of crappy for that, too? Yeah, streaming, you need to have a decent upload rate. Yeah, there would have been no way where I used to live that I could. Oh, I never even tried. Well, I never even used YouTube until I moved to Southern Canada. But yeah, there would have been no way I could have streamed previously. Download a little better, not a ton. Yeah. 1 year left. Okay. You pulled a MCOC. Oh. Yeah, he's somebody who was really forgotten about, eh? I mean, like obviously Odin was the hype for when the two of them came out, but yeah. Well, I mean, I guess Mangog was more supposed to be a defender anyways, but yeah, I don't really hear anything about him. Robert, how you doing? How is your day coming along? What you got going down? I wasn't even gonna bother with Arena when the servers came back, because I'm like pretty comfortable for where I am. Hey, there we go. First crash. Pretty comfortable for where I am, but I don't feel like sleeping, so hey, here I am. Be right back. Doing good, just chilling, praying for some luck on the class Nexus tomorrow. What class are you planning to go for? I'm still pretty sure I'm going mutant. I don't think anything's changed. I think about it here and there, but it's... Yeah, if it was a 10 champions to pick from, that would really change things. But with being only 3, yeah. The odds of being unhappy in any other class is too great. Can't decide between Mystic and Mutant, leaning towards Mystic. Okay. How many champions from Mystic do you want? Whether it be as a new champion or as a dupe. Hey, actually, hang on. Hang on. Was that the last fight, or do I have 2 more? Hey Q, how you doing? How's your evening coming along? Okay, let me bring up that cheat I was using for myself. Got a Mystic T5C I could use on about 6. Okay. Okay, so you're going by the resources you already have. That makes sense. Okay. So... let's see here. You permanently quit MCOC? Very good. Very good, very good. Alright, so... Robert, you want to tell me what mutants you're... Okay, so this is a list I made for myself, and I went by 3 categories. Characters I wanted to have as a first-time pull, so new characters, ones I wanted to get awakened, or ones I would be okay with if I got. KT vid intern. Yeah, I saw KT make 2 videos in regards to like the state of the game sort of thing. I mean, it's just a lull. Like the game is back and forth. It's in a decline currently. It's just a matter of how long that decline is going to last. I don't know. So it's a few things, right? And it's all of it coming together. You don't have many Marvel movies coming out. You got some C coming early next month, I think. And then you've got the Eternals coming. But then also the state of the game. There's not a hell of a lot going on. So yeah, it's kind of in a flux. Mutant, Archangel dupe, Omega, Professor X, Cable, main, 6 stars you need. Okay, so those are all ones that you, let's see. So if we go, so let's just see what they would come to. So what I ended up with was 18 points and 17 points for skill. But, so those ones that you just listed, Robert, you want all of those, right? Like dupe or otherwise. So, Archangel, Mega, X, Cable. Alright. So, that would just give us 3 in each, which would be 12 points. And then what would you have for Mystic that you'd be looking for? Devastator, how you doing? What are you up to? What you got going down? Yeah, so let's just see what your numbers would be like comparing Mutant to Mystic anyways. And while I'm waiting for you to answer, I'll do another arena match. I'm a little behind on the kingpin grind. Gotta keep that up. What are you at currently? Are you going for the 5 or the 6-star? Dragon Man, Doom, Black Widow, Clairvoyant, and Diablo. So once I'm done this, we'll take a look. And same thing, right? They're just ones that you want, regardless of dupe or new. So this is what, your third or fourth? Oh, you son of a gun! Your third or fourth time quitting MCOC AQ? I remember, I think twice before. I remember you saying that you'd quit. Okay, so you want all of those, and you want to dupe on Sasquatch. Okay, let's get out of here. The thing with Mystic, though, it's a smaller pool overall, so the likelihood of getting any one champion you want is greater. But I think the problem with Mystic is there are less champions that are consolation prizes, kind of thing. So. Okay, so let's have a look. What did you say? So, let's see. So you said, so Dragon Man, Claire, June, and then you wanted a dupe on Saturday. All right. So I want to be 1, 3, 3, Okay, well, by that, then you're, yeah, they're pretty close, eh? So, like, for the list that I had for myself, you'd have 14 points in Mystic and 12 in Mutant. But the difference between the two is that the likelihood of getting a crappy champion in Mystic is a lot greater. You could absolutely get a champion you don't want from Mutant, but even if you miss in Mutant, it might not be somebody you want, but it's probably not going to be a champion. Whereas for Mystic, if you miss, you could absolutely get a bad champion. 6-star Kingpin needs a dupe. I'm currently at 30 million, and in your mind, you're like 3 million behind. Wait, so today is, yeah, but you're behind because of the maintenance, which everybody else would be, experiences as well. Just got no interest in MCOC anymore. Yeah, it goes through phases, but I think a lot of people are at that point now too. There was a YouTuber that posted something similar today. They weren't saying they're quitting, just that they're burnt out from the game. But yeah, it's the game's coming up on 7 years old. For the most part, it's been the same thing for the 7 years. The only significant difference is the star level of the characters. You've had incursions added, which is a brand new game mode. You've got the AQ, the war, but those are kind of main parts of the game. Yeah, it's just the way it goes. Yeah, I get that. I'm guessing you roll the dice if they are bad and hope for a buff. Yeah. Yeah. I feel I can't quit because I've been playing since 2017. Why would I quit something I've been doing for years? Well, if you don't like it, I don't think it's so much about how long you've been doing it, but more how much you enjoy it. Because, yeah, you could be doing something for however long and then just don't like it and, yeah, leave. Now, I mean, I guess, like part of it would be people, I've invested a bunch of time or I've invested a bunch of money, but the game is going to end eventually, regardless of how much time or money you've invested. The game will end. And it's your choice whether or not you step away from it before that, or if it's when the servers are turned off that, you're cut off from accessing all of your earned rewards in the game and stuff. I would quit if I had anything else to do in life. I've said that many times. I don't do anything else really. I don't go, well, the last year especially, I don't go out. Although, as things open up and change, I'd like to start traveling again. And if I do, I would not be playing the game. I might, do arena if I'm waiting in airports and stuff, but yeah, anything competitive or alliance-wise, no, it wouldn't be doing. And it's not because the game isn't fun or anything, it's just I would have other things to occupy my time. Vader, how you doing? I would quit if I was Thronebreaker, probably. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, if you achieve, in a sense, I guess, the highest level of the game, I could see that. Which is, I suppose, why I feel that way. Because outside of Arena, that's really the only reason I log in, day out. It's kind of funny. I basically play the game for Arena, and then the Alliance stuff is on the side, whereas most people would play the game for the Alliance stuff, and Arena is on the side. I think it will keep going, just need some tuning and good compensation. Oh yeah, no, the game isn't going anywhere for sure. Not yet. I do feel that Kabam, they're reducing their, well, not, I don't think they've said that themselves. They're reducing their time spent on the game. I don't know if that's just them drawing down on the game in general, or just a reallocation of their resources onto other projects. But yeah, I mean, they've said it at least twice, right? Once because the Legends runs was taking up too much time to verify results, and then now also because it was taking too much time and they weren't the product that they were producing with the reworks or buffs or whatever. They're going from 3 to 2, so. But, I mean, when we get, because they're supposed to get the next variant in November, and the next set of Act content in October, so we still got a month, well, probably 2 months, because it'll probably be the middle of October before we see 7.3. So we've got pretty much 2 months of nothing substantial for new stuff. Now we're going to have the Gauntlet tomorrow, which will be live for 2 weeks. So that will be a good challenge for 2 weeks. But that will take us to the end of August. Then, now not everybody would be competing, but at least interest-wise, we'll have the Summoner Showdown for, well, until into October. So yeah, I mean, there's stuff happening. And then all of the other stuff that they had said, they were developing and so on and so forth. I don't know now if they would implement any of that stuff, considering the way the controls are, or if they would still go ahead, implement that, and just be like, well, the controls are what they are. I don't know if that would be a good idea, though. Because if you implement new modes or features to the game, and your controls are bad, I think then that's what people are going to concentrate on more so, right? Because you're going to be excited to try out the new stuff, but then you can't play it properly. And that would just be frustrating. So, yeah, I would hope that they would delay implementing that kind of new stuff. I still enjoy it since I'm getting a 6-star Nexus from SOP. Yeah, but I mean, there's no guarantee that it's going to be a champion you want, right? You could get, well, I guess it depends on the class you go for, but if you go for tech, you get a guy in Patriot as a 6-star. That's not going to make you enjoy the game anymore. I mean, I absolutely get how getting good champions or whatever is exciting and, you know, makes you interested in the game. But I honestly feel that is the last thing that should motivate or demotivate somebody, really, is the champions you get. Because at the end of the day, eventually, you're going to get every champion. But obviously, it really matters when that champion is relevant. Starting to have fun with my R4 hood, so I'll add him as a 6 out R3. Mind made up, Mystic tomorrow. Okay. Good luck then. Good luck in the opening. Hopefully you get to somebody you're looking for. Time Master, how are you doing? Just to prove that you don't need to spend a penny on this game, I'm free to play and have 6-star dupes, Ghost, CGR Torch, Aegon. Yeah. So I don't know how familiar you are with the game Time Master. I mean, if you got that many 6-stars, you've probably been playing for a while. But there's one of the YouTubers, his in-game name is Brian Gant, but his channel is Contest Champion. So he's free to play. He's been playing, I think, almost from launch. So close to 7 years. He's never spent a penny either, and he's like in one of the top alliances, pretty stacked account. So yeah, absolutely, you do not need to spend spending money. All it really does, it just simply speeds up your progress. That's all. If you're a good player, then the likelihood of being in a good alliance is there, and if you're in a good alliance, then you're probably going to be acquiring a lot of resources quite quickly. So yeah, I was just in BG stream before this. Okay, no, I just wasn't sure if you, because like the way you were saying that you haven't spent money, so I wasn't sure if you realized that there's like a lot of people who don't spend but still do quite well. Yeah, I think a big part of it too is just time investment, right? Like if you've got the time for it. So the way I look at it kind of is that you can go one of two routes. Not that you have to go either. But if you've got the time, like myself, you can be doing a ton of arena to get the units to buy things if you need to. Or if you've got the money and you're fine with spending money on a game, then you can use the money for that rather than spending the time to get the units. But yeah, no, absolutely, the requirement to spend the big bucks. Now, obviously, Kabam wants everybody spending the big bucks for sure. But yeah, Sandy, how you doing? Good to see you doing Summoner Trial. Yeah, I'm pretty much where I want to be for the other two. I'm pretty much where I want to be for this one as well. But just I mean, this is where the majority of the time is going to be spent. Damage Masteries and Arena can propel an account. Got 1 million rating after 1 year. Lots of time. Nice. Yeah, if you're saying Damage Masteries as in suicides, yeah, it will speed up fights. I really don't see them as a necessity outside of Arena. Like for myself, if I didn't run Arena, I would not have suicides active. Now, I unlocked them before I was doing Arena. But once I got into Arena, yeah, they're always active. The only time I swap them off is if I've got some longer content to do. And I need to use champions that are not very good with suicides. Other than that, yeah, I've always got them active. Time Master, I think, as far as YouTubers, I think Brian Grant and Brian Perkins are the only ones that I know of. I'm trying to think if there's any other YouTubers. Yeah, there's no other YouTubers I can think of off the top of my head. However, The person that won the Summoner Showdown last year, Anger Danger, he's also free to play. I was in the same alliance as him for a little bit, for about 6 months or so. But yeah, he doesn't spend any money either. And like if you were to go off of the Summoner Showdown, then he would be considered the best in the game currently. Now, that could change at the end of this current Summoner Showdown, but at least going from the results of last year. So if you complete all milestones, what rank would you be in for Summoner Trials? I think it's the top 10% at the final milestone. Also was showing how lucky a free-to-play player can be, because it's stereotyped that free-to-play players have bad luck. Got just over 46 stars and over half are R3. Nice. Oh yeah, the luck. Yeah, that's completely random for sure. Worst thing about Arena, I can't even hear music because of Arena's crashing update. Got lucky with one cab today from Sigil Store. Picked up S2099. The 5-star. Pity he looks not so great. Who was it? There was somebody who's been using him. Was it? I think it was Top Right. I don't know if he got him from Arena or from Crystals, but he's been using him and he's quite liking him. I got him as a 5-star from Arena, but not to use him. I will use him in Arena, but I got him just to add another character to the Arena roster. Like, that was the only reason. And it will be the same thing for Penny Parker. Like, I'll probably go for her as a 5-star as well, but again, it will only be to have another character on the 5-star Arena roster. Yeah, I do spend. Not when I first started the game. So it took me about 6 months to actually get into the game and play regularly. And so at the first 6 months, 8 months, I didn't spend at all. And then when I started really getting into the game, joined Alliance, all that kind of stuff, I spent quite a bit for about a year and a half. And then for the last 2.5 years, I only spend for July 4th, Cyber Weekend, and now spring cleaning. And even then, that's become less and less. So yeah, I'm definitely not free to play, but yeah, you and the luck comes and goes. Like, prior to 6 stars, my 5-star roster was really, really good, and then it took me quite a while after 6 stars to get champions I was happy with. And I've gone through spurts with 6 stars. Like, I'll go quite a while with just getting either dupes that are just terrible or just champions in general at 6 stars that I do not want. But in the spring, I got 3 or 4 in a row that were really good. Like, I got Doom, Warlock, Archangel, Professor X. I got Sun Shi and Claire, but those were from Arena, so that's not so much luck, really. As an Arena fighter, couldn't do without. SB1 most champs are dead. Yeah, so it ends the fights quicker, and then it also increases your hero rating, so you end up with more points per Arena fight as well. But yeah, obviously the biggest benefit for them in Arena is just ending the fights quicker, so you're getting your points faster overall. What's your plans for Summer Pain right now? As in the milestone rewards, or for the final piece of content for it? For the final piece of content, I'll probably definitely do completion, and then depending on the rewards, exploration. If the rewards look like they're worth it, then yeah, I will do exploration. If they don't look like there's something I'd want, then I won't be doing exploration. I'm free to play. I got a 6-star Stark Spidey from a regular event cab. Nice. That's pretty lucky. It's going to save you from grinding that Arena I think he's going to go pretty high there. Yeah, I think any character that's going to come out with the first opportunity to get them as a 6-star is going to go relatively high. So I would say Stark Spidey probably 135 on the low end, and who knows on the high end. The only thing is that he's not high on prestige, so the big accounts, I mean, they're still going to go for him for a new 6-star, but they're not going to go crazy like they would for Overseer or Hercules, who are champions that are the top prestige. But yeah, whenever we get another champion, it's going to be the top 5 prestige. We're going to see crazy arena numbers for that. For rewards, so for the rewards, for the milestone rewards from Summer of Pain, I'm probably going for the Mutant Nexus, and I think I'm going to go well, I know for sure 1 skill T5CC, but also probably a Science T5CC. I only have 1 Science champion at R3 currently. And I'm not sure, but I could see taking iHulk to a rank 3. So he's the only other Science champion that I have that I would consider taking to rank 3. And if I were to get iBomb, I would probably take him to rank 2 right away. But rank 3, I don't know, because I also have him as a max rank 5, or as a max 5-star. And then Tech, there's nobody that I would take to rank 3. I've got Ghost and Warlock. I've got Gilly at rank 2, which I'm fine with her at rank 2. Cosmic. Yeah, Cosmic, I don't see anybody. I've got Corvus and CGR at rank 3. Venom at rank 2. Don't think I would take him to rank 3. Angela I would probably take to rank 2. Mystic, I have 2 Mystic T5CC, but the only champions that I would consider taking to rank 3 in Mystic currently would be Doom or maybe Diablo. But in neither of those two do I feel the need to rank 3 them anytime soon. Picking a skill T5C for Kingpin to R3, yeah, it seems like a pretty good choice. I don't think I would take him to rank 3, but that's nothing against Kingpin. It's just simply I've already got 3 skill rank 3s, and I want to expand. Now I've got 3 mutant rank 3s as well. And I am going to end up with a 4th for mutant. It's just a matter of awakening. I want to go with awakening Omega Red, and then he'll go to rank 3 as well. Yeah. Personally, going mutant for Nexus for chance at Apocalypse and Science and Skill T5CC. For Torch and Aegon, already have a mutant T5CC 4 as well. Already got Doom, CGR, and Ghost at R3. Nice. It's not a bad selection at all. Not at all. So if not Apocalypse, who would be your other picks? Who else would you like to see if you don't see Apocalypse? I think for me, like I'm gonna go mutant, not because there's anybody that I really, really want over any other class necessarily. It's just that I figure it's the best opportunity to get a decent dupe, because there's a couple mutants I have that I'd like duped, or a good opportunity to getting a decent champion for the first time. Either Professor X, Domino, or White Magneto. Okay. Yeah, none of those would be bad misses at all. And I mean, Professor X. I don't know if White Mags. Well, no, White Mags would probably be on some people's lists for synergies. I want to start playing him more, or at least try him. The only thing is I've got him at rank 1, and I don't usually play very much with 6 stars at rank 1. But I could see taking him to rank 2, possibly. I would want to get a little bit used to him before that, though. I really like the Ghost Summer Pain fight. It increased my spacing skills. I use Ghost versus Ghost. Okay. Have you done any of the Summoner Showdown fights? I mean, it's the same fight, but change the rarity of champions you can use. Have you tried any of those? Because Ghost is really good for the 2 lower levels, for the bronze and the silver. Yeah, the Ghost fight wasn't bad at all. I used Deadly Origin for the Mercenary, and then I used Doom for the other 2 points. It annoyed me, though, because I tried Doom 2 or 3 times and couldn't get him down to... I got him down to about... or got her down to about 50%. So then I quit out and went in again, got her down to 10%. And then I don't know what happened. I went to dash in, which was stupid, because she had just phased, and I dashed in, got hit, and I was dead. And I only had 10% left, and I'm like, screw it. So 1 revive and got her done. But yeah, quite easy to solo that Ghost one for sure. I'm pretty sure for the Gauntlet tomorrow, that will be the path most people start off with, is whichever path Ghost is on, because that is probably going to be the easiest way to go. That Ghost in Summer Pain helped me with Stark Spidey. Like you use Stark Spidey? I can actually dex decently well now? Okay, nice. Yeah, I think right now the biggest issue with dexing is just the controls not being very reliable. Tiger is really fun against that Ghost. I've soloed her many times just for fun with Tiger. Nice. Eric, how you doing? What is up? I'm just here knocking out some arenas. Ooh, and let's go have a quick look at the Summoner Showdown leaderboard currently. Let's have a look at that. I took 2 revives, but the first revive was pointless since I did no damage. There we go. Okay, and let me just reposition this because. Oh no, that's. Alright. I don't know why. Okay, wait. Let's see. Okay. Blow this up a little bit. So you prepared for tomorrow? I'm not going to be doing the gauntlet tomorrow. I'm not going to do the gauntlet for the first week. I'm going to be farming more resources. I might go for completion tomorrow. But I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think, at least as far as the gauntlet goes, I might just leave that until Sunday to try anything. So this is for the Americas, for the leaderboard. So it's the top 3. Now, we've still got another, pretty much a week, 6 days, I think, for people to put up times and still to compete. But as of now, this is the first set of placement or results. So this is after the first day. So we've got Prodigy X, Buddy Lee. I'm not going to try to say the names because I know I'm going to get to ones where I just cannot. Do you have any idea how the quest is going to look tomorrow? I have no idea. So there was a screenshot or leaked there were two things leaked. One was leaked, like the bosses and the actual paths, which I think that's probably legitimate. And also the rewards were leaked, but I don't think the reward leak is accurate. But we'll find out in a few hours. Okay, so this is for the Americas. So yeah, the only one I know on this list is Buddy Lee. None of the other names am I familiar with. But if you look, so there's criteria for the placement. Let me see if it has it here. Rules, regulations, how to enter. Okay, let me see. No, that's not what it's looking. So I'm trying to see if they have the scoring criteria here. No. Okay. So let's come back here. But yeah, it goes off of how much health was left when you finish the boss, which pretty much everybody is going to be at 0. So that's kind of irrelevant. Then the next thing is how many hits you took during the fight. Then how long it took you to do the fight. And then the DPS, how much damage you did per second. So on the Americas, Buddy Lee is other than the hits received, he's by far, he's far ahead of anyone else. Like the lowest time, the highest DPS, and like I said, everybody is going to have the boss at 0. Like they're going to have all killed the boss. Your stream is lagging for me? You could probably just reload the browser. What was leaked rewards? They weren't anything substantial. I'll see if I had the screenshot of them. I'll take a look after we're done here and see if I can find it again. Okay, so that was for the Americas. So we got Prodigy, X, Buddy Lee, and Squilliam as the top 3. But yeah, like I said, Buddy Lee is far out in front of everybody else, really, other than the hit. So let's look at for Europe and Russia. And if you look here, like at the time, Buddy Lee is still much further ahead because he's at 190 seconds. And for the Europe, Russia, the closest is 262 time-wise. Yeah, so we've got CS, Redhead, and Netster. And then for the Asia and Oceania, and still, Buddy Lee is far, time-wise, ahead of anyone else. So yeah. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this finishes off. I hope Buddy Lee, qualifies round 1. That'd be great for him. But yeah, day 1. The one thing though, like when you consider what his time is at the 190. And then everybody else, like nobody is even close. I'm kind of thinking that is going to be, even if he doesn't qualify, I think 190 is still going to be like the top end. Okay, let's get out of here. And let me see if I have that screenshot of the reward still. Where did I have it? I might not be able to find it very quick, but let's see. I'm gonna gather more units for a week more and wait for vids before Summer Paint Final Challenge. Yeah, and I think the whole thing is gonna be one attacker. So you're gonna have to be very selective with who you pick, because that one attacker is gonna have to do all 3 fights. Okay, yeah, I can't find them, but they weren't like the leaked rewards, or what was supposed to be the leaked rewards, did not look all that enticing at all. Okay, so let's do a little bit more here. Okay, and let me move this back over. I don't think I like it over here. I keep messing around with the layout of things. Probably should just pick something and leave it like that. Move this back over to there. So what did you guys do during maintenance when you couldn't get on the game? Were you playing any other games or just doing something completely different? 3 champs would be good for Summer Pain. Yeah, I agree, but I think because yeah, I think. Well, we'll see tomorrow, but looks like it's going to be one. Jose, how you doing? How is your? I guess it's Wednesday now. How's your Wednesday coming along? New to the stream? Well, welcome aboard. Drove around with friends? Very good. Maintenance banned by Snake. Yeah, I ended up just watching some TV and then, or no, I was watching a movie. What was the movie? Infinite. It was a Mark Wahlberg movie, and I wasn't very, very impressed. It wasn't terrible, but it's not something I would necessarily recommend. But yeah, I did that, and I was just playing another game on my phone. Is there 1 path or more on the final week? It looks like there's going to be 6 paths in total. No. Yes. Basically 6. 6. Yeah, 6 paths in total. More than anything, I'm just curious to see the rewards, though. Because, like I said, if the exploration rewards aren't substantial, then I'm not going to do exploration. Which, that being said, I think they need to be, because I think that would probably be the case for a lot of people. You'll have a lot of the YouTubers that will, obviously want to do the whole thing for streaming or for videos. Okay, fair. But as regular players, I don't know how many people would, throw resources at it if the rewards aren't substantial. What are you up to, Jose? Always a question for somebody new, asking what they're up to, what you got going down. I think it's multiple paths with teleporters. I don't know if there were teleporters, because basically the way it looked was that you would have one fight, and then after that fight it would split off, and you would have to pick. You would either go left or right. And then after you make that choice, then you would go to the Grandmaster. So basically it looks like it's 3 fights per path. I'm just gonna look for whatever path has Ghost on it. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the path most people are gonna do first. So if you can only use one attacker, and considering how all of the fights have looked, who do you, like all the fights we've had up to this point, who do you think would be the best bet to take on 3 fights? I mean, it doesn't matter what 3 they are, because you've only got one attacker. Like, who do you think would be the best to take on all 3? I'm thinking, at least for myself, resource-wise, I-Hulk might be my best bet. Just because if I can get the first fight down decently, I think he would probably be the least, possibly Human Torch. Okay. Yeah, I only used iHawk for one. I tried him for a couple others, but this was, yeah, up to this point I haven't really used them very much. I've used them more since Summer of Pain, but not within Summer of Pain, but just in general. So I am a little bit more comfortable with him now than I was when Summer of Pain first started. So I think he might be my best bet. The only problem is with the Grandmaster, if we've got with the reverse controls, that's going to suck. I know I'm going to not do well there. If there is and I saw an image of what the paths were supposed to look like, but I don't remember it. But if Emma and Ghost were on the same path, I think what I would do is I would take in Professor X for that. Doom would also be good. Yeah, he'd be a good option too. If the last boss is in reality the Collector, I would hope Aegon. Yeah. So what would you do with Aegon then? Would you like ramp him up on the first fight and just quit out a couple times to get his combo up, or just try to solo the first fight with him to get his combo up, and then go from there? I just saw the leak, and it's 3 teleporters, each one having you pick a choice of 2 fights each. Yeah. Not much trying to take down Red Mags and AQ. How's that coming along? So you're running map 7? The right path was Emma, then Ghost, and Sim Supreme, then Ghost. Okay. So if it's Emma and then Ghost, yeah, maybe what I would do is have a go with Professor X. Yeah. I mean, the issue... Emma wasn't a bad fight overall. Your timing, like, you could get messed up on the reverse controls. Like, if you tried to dash in and then, you know, as you're doing that, she throws her special or whatever. Or you try to dash back and she throws her special. Like, but I didn't try Professor X for anything, but I'd be willing to give it a go a couple times for this. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how things shape up tomorrow for sure. The Grandmaster is the boss. Sounds fun. Apparently. Ramp him up in Emma and Ghost, which seem rampable fights, and go from there. Okay. So do you know if we get rewards from doing only one path? No. What? If there's completion and then exploration rewards, then yes. Which I think that's the way it's set up, but I mean, nobody knows. There was the leaked graphic of the rewards, and from that it would suggest that's the case. But I don't know, because the rewards that were listed, I don't see them being what we would actually get. So it may not be the Act 6 Grandmaster, though. We don't know. Yeah, we don't know. I would assume it would be, though. At least as far as his phases go. Like, maybe not necessarily the health pool or something like that, but I would assume that he would have similar phases and similar mechanics. There are completion and then exploration rewards, but nothing accurate yet. Yeah. Yeah, the thing I would be looking for more than anything else would be an Awakening Gem. I'm sure there's going to be... Well, not sure. I would think there should be T3A, T6B... I guess it really depends. Like, if they consider that all the milestones leading up to this were part of the end rewards in a sense, then the rewards that we see specifically from the Gauntlet might not be that substantial. But if they look at the Gauntlet as a completely separate entity, then yeah, I would expect the rewards for that portion of it to be pretty decent. Parasite, how you doing? Well, thank you for the good luck. Yo. The Kang thing, that's for 7.3. The Kang leak, it has nothing to do with tomorrow. But yeah, that is what was thought initially. But the Kang fight is for 7.3. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. How you doing? Good luck. And do you bring people good luck? So you're sorting out AQ stuff, are you, Parasite? Kang Leak would be 7.4, maybe? Well, I think they were saying 7.3, but yeah. Because it was Hyperion 6-star? Yeah. That seems like that would be well in advance, though. Because 7.4 isn't going to be until next year. 7.3 is supposed to drop in October. Hey, well, you know what? We've got Starkey coming as a 6-star in Arena. I mean, it is quite possible that the September update, maybe Hyperion will be there as a 6-star. Come on. Oh, come on, man. There we go. But yeah, Hyperion as a 6-star, I'd be quite interested in that. Ultron is looking really good for What If? For the TV series. You know what? I've been meaning to try Ultron out actually since his buff. I have not done. I zoomed in and sharpened the image, and it looks like the Grandmaster has the same PI as the Act 6 final boss. I'm thinking that it is going to be the same as 6.4, but what's going to kind of add to the difficulty so that the actual fight wouldn't be changed necessarily for difficulty, but because you're only going to be able to use one champion to get to him, I think that's where the added difficulty for him will be. But I'm sure there will be several people streaming it as soon as it goes live tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow should be a pretty busy MCOC YouTube day. You'll have people streaming this final Summer of Pain encounter, and then you're going to see a lot of openings of the Class Nexus crystals. That is the reason Kabam couldn't alter their schedule even if MCU delayed. What? Because of the Kang boss? Yeah, it's kind of too bad. Like when Sung Shi came out, that it didn't line up with the movie. But I guess what they could all obviously do when the movie comes out, they can do commercials of gameplay of Sung Shi because he's already in the game. You skipped the previous message. Oh, all the content we are getting are already pre-planned and being tested for 6 months or more. Yeah. Okay, let's get some work in for the 6-star. No. Let's use the R5s. Yeah, because the 6-stars, I just need one more full run. That's done. But we'll just chip away at the other arenas a little bit here and there. Why do you live stream so late? Well, how do you know it's late? For me. maybe it's not. But basically, I wasn't ready to go to bed, and I figured I'm gonna do some arena, so I may as well stream it. If I have a nap in the afternoon, then I'm usually up somewhat late. If I don't have a nap, then I'd probably still be up late, but I wouldn't want to be streaming. You said it's already Wednesday, which means it is past 12 a.m. Yeah, that is right. But it could also be like, for example, Parasite is somewhere where it's about 8 a.m. for him. So I could actually be streaming early. Oh, nope, that's not what we're going to do. Yo, almost distracted me, made me use the wrong characters. Terrible. But yeah, it is 1 a.m. for me. So it is late. Or early. I was hoping to see Death Dealer and Mandarin next month, but what we got is good too. Do we know who the new champions are next month? Because I think, as far as I know, for next month, we only know the buff champ. Oh, right, Sentinel and Kitty Pryde, right? Sentinel, I'm kind of, not Sentinel, Nimrod. See, this is why I shouldn't be streaming when it's late. Yeah, think straight. Nimrod, I'm kind of interested in. He could be pretty cool. I'm awake from before the maintenance today. Go, I beat Cavalier Penny Parker solo with Human Torch. Nice. Congratulations. Yeah, she was an annoying fight, eh? Kitty Pryde and Nimrod were the leaked ones. Yeah. Okay. I'm assuming that Kitty Pryde is going to have some kind of phase or miss or something like that, and they're already, you know what's going to be really interesting, because they're nerfing that mechanic because of, well, no, they're not nerfing the mechanic, they're countering that mechanic because of Ghost. So it will be kind of interesting if you introduce a new character who has already been countered even before we get to use them. I think that Nimrod is the boss of all Sentinels. Yeah, I think it would make sense. Well, I could see him having some kind of apocalypse effect on robots. And actually, you know what? That would be really good, because Tech is not necessarily the weakest class, and I think Tech is probably trying to think of how to put this. So when they introduced Apocalypse, the mutant class was doing not terribly, but it was still on the lower end. We'd had the Colossus buff and the Red Mags buff, so that elevated the mutant class in general. But with Apocalypse in that class, that really benefited the mutant class. And for Tech, we've had a few new Tech characters, like Silver Centurion, Guardian last year. Well, we're gonna get Stark Spidey. He's not new to Tech, but as the 6-star is new. But I could see, I think Tech is at a good point right now to have a champion that benefits the entire. Yeah, because I'm just thinking though, because if Sentinel was to benefit robots, that's not the entire Tech class, but it is a ton of Tech characters. But yeah, if he doesn't have some kind of overarching effect, I think they really would have missed an opportunity. That is what I said yesterday. They silently nerfed Ghost with the timing, which affects the recoil, to remove true focus, which helps Kitty Pryde. But they haven't said that they're not going to implement the true focus, did they? I think that's still supposed to be implemented, right? Or it is already? I don't pay attention to war, so I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I know people have been saying with the ghost thing that it's simply the controls. I really don't feel that's the case. I feel they changed the timing. And I think they did it under the shroud of the control thing, knowing that's what people would assume. And then because they said the control issue is going to be present for a long time, we just have to deal with the ghost issue because we're believing it's a bug. Then in 6 months, when the control issues are resolved, we've got to just accept that's the way Ghost is now. Yeah, I could see that. And I mean, other than using suicides with her, which fair enough. I mean, most people are probably going to run her with suicides, but outside of that, it's irrelevant. I haven't done anything to test Kingpin since his buff. Pulled him as a 6-star. So what should I need to know about him? I do not know. I have not used Kingpin, and I didn't use him prior to his buff, and I haven't used him since. So I am not the person to be able to tell you about Kingpin. I know a lot of people really like him though. Command might be restricting 6-star and above for further content so that Quake won't be usable anymore. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, but I don't see them doing that in 7.3 or 7.4, so that wouldn't be until Act 8. Wait a second. Kabam might be restricting 6-star and above? No, you mean restricting 5-star and below. Because if they restricted 6-star and above, that means you can't use 6 stars. That would make no sense. Yeah, no, there's no way they're going to say you can't use a 6-star. Because that would defeat the whole purpose of having them in the game. So then I wonder if they just will never add her as a higher rarity than 5-star. Maybe you'll see I was about to mean restricting the content only to... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could see them doing that with... I don't know, though. Act 8 seems like that would be a little bit too soon. But I could see them... Yeah, I could see them doing it. I think it would be too soon. But, yeah, I think... Okay. So... 7.4 is supposed to be early next year, right? Like January, February. So Act 8, what, March? So all it would mean really is that we would have to have 7 stars before they do it. Yeah. You haven't tested Mr. Fantastic since his buff. I would definitely recommend it. He definitely is in competition for top 5 science. Yeah, I have used him a little bit. The thing, though, with him or most science champions in general, because I'm always running suicides, and there aren't that many, and he in particular, but there aren't that many science champions that are that friendly for suicides. So that would be the biggest thing against him for me. Invisible Woman's pretty good with suicides. Eye-Hulk, Eye-Bomb. Cap IW I don't find too bad, actually. Mainly because I'm running the Nick Fury DPX synergy. So I'm able to drop off the bleed and then heal up a bit. And then also with Cap IW, for the most part, you're not really using specials other than your L2. And usually, that's what you get. Usually when you use your L2, it's over. The fight's over. Other than Quake, who's the best science in your opinion? Yours is Torch. I would say Cap IW. Even though I run suicides, I would say Cap IW. I-Bomb is great. I-Hulk is great. Invisible Woman's pretty good. She's not necessarily complicated to play, but to play her well, you've got to be pretty on the ball because you can't be getting hit. Like even parrying. But Invisible Woman of Suicide is quite good. Good thing I have him as a 6-star. Yeah, I don't have Torch as a 5 or 6-star. He's probably the only science champion that I would want that I don't have at all. Cries and Thing. Thing is okay. But I mean, he was meant as a defender. Yeah, I think I would... No, I don't... I'm just thinking, though, because Cap IW is really the only one that I play as for science in general. I do use I-Hulk, but he's at R2, so it's not necessarily a fair comparison between I-Hulk and Cap IW, because Cap IW is R3. But I might be taking I-Hulk to rank 3. And I'm going to get a Science T5CC tomorrow. So it could happen very quickly for I-Hulk to rank 3. I would probably wait until I open the 6-star shards that I have, which won't be happening until the new featured is out. So it could be a little bit of a while. I don't feel any spice in the whole tech class compared to other classes. I think you've only got really 4 high-end characters in tech: Ghost, Warlock, Gilly 2099, and Guardian. I do know people like Ultron since his buff, but I don't know if that's really elevated him too much in tech. I bought Recoil for a while, couldn't stand it because I use so many champs that require many special 1s and 2s. So,
Ladies
science, okay. You don't feel any... spice in this whole science part? Yeah, I don't... Like, there are definitely some good science champions, but the class in general does not feel like, oh, damn it, I want a new science champion. Where I think you could definitely say that for mutant, like, oh, damn, I want a new mutant champion. Not, like, yeah, there's probably somebody you have in mind in particular, but, the way the mutant class is, anybody you get, you're going to be happy with. I'm typing so garbage today, I can't get out of sleep. How long do you think the issue with Ghost will be? Wow, I can't think. You can't type, I can't think. How long do you think the community will allow the issue with Ghost to stand before they start seriously complaining? And as far as I know, they have yet to say whether it is a specific control issue or if they change something with her. Now, the one thing, because they do this sometimes where, there's a question that people have and they don't address for quite a while. And something like this, I don't know why they wouldn't just come out and say, yes, this is an unintentional, whatever, and be done with it, as opposed to having people speculate. The Hood and Ghost issue, yeah. What issue with Ghost? You can't phase recoil anymore with the Hood synergy. So most people are suggesting that it's because of the control issues and it's timing. But it is possible that they specifically changed the timing for her recovery from her L2. I wonder if we would see... No, we wouldn't see that in the patch notes because the changes already happened. Probably biased because Torch is my favorite champion in the game. I have a 5-star rank 5 Guardian. I love him. Yeah, I could see Guardian being a top champion for a lot of people. I have an Ultron at R5. He's insane. I do need to try him out a little bit. Yeah, I really do. Also, I hate Kabam for what they did to Hercules. Yeah, so I saw, I think somebody commented on a video of somebody else's about the thing with Hercules, and I asked them, like, oh, what did they do? But they never answered. Anyways, I saw a post today, and it's not, they've done this before. They've absolutely done this before, where the wording of something is a certain way, but all of the hype and stuff highlights the problem or highlights the feature that's not supposed to work. No mention that it shouldn't work, and then shortly after, Kabam's like, oh, nope, that's not how that's supposed to work. Oh dear. But I don't think that is a make or break for Hercules. It was something that was definitely nice, but I mean, he's still got his prestige, he's still got his crazy damage. Other than getting hit by an L3, you're still fine. So yeah. They did the same thing last time. Silent Nerve members found out after 6 months. I bet the same thing will happen to Ghost again. They blame on control issues. After 6 months, people stop using her already. Yeah. Dude, I am so glad. I didn't use a generic gem on her. I was going to. Yeah, I was going to. And I just was like, well, you know what? The only time I need her awakened is for a Legends run. And, you know, I'm not going to do it until 7.3. So I was about to awaken her. But I was like, yay, no, I can wait until closer to 7.3 and to see, you know, how useful she's going to be. So I didn't. And yeah, now we don't have Legends runs. Now they're reducing the value of Ghost. So, yeah. I mean, if I got a tech gem, I'd probably still go to her. If I had the opportunity to awaken her from a Nexus or something, I would still do it. But I'm just really glad I did not use a generic 6-star awakening gem. Is Cable good unawakened with Apocalypse? Yeah, because what makes Cable good is being paired with Apocalypse, regardless of being awakened or not. So it's being able to stack the D-gens, which is the big thing for his damage. And to be honest, prior to Apocalypse, yeah, I mean, most champions get better awakened, so Cable does as well, but his biggest increase in value comes from being paired with Apocalypse. Cable doesn't need to move Horseman, is the synergy which is needed, yeah. I'm so glad that my 5-star Ghost is still R1. Well, I mean, like, everything I've needed Ghost for, I've already done with her. So, yeah, the only thing that I was anticipating using the 6-star for was a Legends run, which, like I said, that's no longer a possibility. So, and yeah, using her in 7.3, unawakened is still going to be absolutely fine. The only difference is, awakened, she would have been faster. Damage-wise, it's still going to be the same. And I mean, maybe they're going to be adding True Focus to more nodes. But yeah, I'm still okay having her at R3. Like, I don't regret that at all. But I would have regretted using that generic Awakening gem. I don't use any synergies when playing Ghost, and she is still my top 3 best champs for clearing content. Yeah. No, yeah, she's absolutely still good, regardless of what changes they're implementing. The only thing is, though, like, I think they're going to be implementing changes, well, maybe not that slowly. I mean, if they're going to add True Focus and then right away they're going to change their timing. So maybe not slowly at all. But you know what? I wonder if they're doing it as a silent nerf, because when they announced the changes for 12.0, like, there was such backlash, so they don't want to announce changes for such valued champions again, and they're going to just do it behind the scenes, which I think that could actually end up worse for them. I only had 2 Mutant Awakening Jams, and I'm planning to use them on Stripe and Wolverine, so that's good. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about Stripe. I have him as a 5-star, but I only wanted him for the synergy with Apocalypse, which it makes Apocalypse hit quite a bit harder on his L1 and his L2, so it's nice. Sometimes I feel like a high Sig Hyperion is worse than a low Sig Hyperion. Well, it increases the duration of his buffs, right? So, you know, you'd have the Fury on him longer, or the power gain, or the regen if you trigger the regen. I think it's just the duration of the buffs, right? Oh, dear. Well, man. I was about to do something, I tried to, and it just stood there. There's a lot of people who won't use the suicide, so Ghost still has very high value after this nerf. Yeah, I don't use suicides because I can't get the mastery cores to unlock them. Yeah, but I mean, because Ghost, you know what? I think that might have been intentional, because she is the only character who can completely negate recoil. Magic can get away from most of the damage. She will end up taking a little bit because of the poison on her, so it will reduce the healing that she gets from Limbo. But I mean, that's also part of what makes Ghost unique, though. So I don't know. See, but when you are desperate to get the SP2 stun off, the power gain. Like, oh yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but then I mean that just comes down to being able to manage his power or the opponent, right? So that you can get to your. But get his SP3 is quite good. So I mean, getting there quickly is not necessarily a bad thing. Or even if you overrun the L2 and end up at the L3. Sig 60, 80 is that sweet spot for Hyperion. Alright, so let's use up a bit of the 6 stars. I'm not going to do a full run of 6 stars. I might just get to about 23 or so million. 23, 24. Now 28 and a half is usually the goal for the top 5%. Or usually my goal. Okay. I guess that's what we'll do. And yeah. Parasite, I'm just thinking, like, you know, people are losing interest in the game and stuff now, and I don't know if that it's a good idea to go and be sneaky about not necessarily nerfing, but changing people's favorite champions currently. It's probably not the time to be doing stuff like that. Because I think in a lot of cases, you've got people who probably, you know, are still playing the game, something to do, and they're really just looking for any excuse to quit. So if they find that, you know, okay, yeah, they changed Hercules or they nerfed Ghost or whatever, you know, I think that people are ready to be done anyways, and they'll just use that as the reason. No, it is nerf. The Hercules thing, though, I don't think it's a nerf, because it's bringing it in line with the actual description of him. However, and what I was saying, when he was being advertised and highlighted and all that, that was the description, and they were highlighting that gameplay or that functionality, right? And I don't know if anybody questioned or pointed out, like, oh, well, look at this wording. But, yeah. Mm-hmm. BAM knows the ways to bring back the members who they lost. I don't know. Because I think in some cases, if they have CCP representatives to do their job. um, I think in some cases, if somebody has moved on and they found another game to play, they may just not come back. With the Hercules thing, yeah. Oh, absolutely, they did it on purpose. But I'm just saying it's not. Yeah. So in which case it isn't. I'm trying to think of how to put it. Yeah, it was planned. It was absolutely planned. I don't know, man. I don't really think there's that much that they leave to chance. I mean, you're a multi-million-dollar company. How can you can't be screwing up that often. It's gotta be intentional. The game seems to be doing very well right now, and honestly may go on for at least 5 or more years. Oh, it may go on for a long, long time, but it is definitely not doing well currently. Financially, it's not doing well. Not that they're struggling for money. It's not doing well in comparison to what it has done. And then also, just the gameplay currently is not what it has been for the last 6 years, right? Like, as it is operating differently. And they themselves have said that. Hence, all the compensation, the delays, and blah, blah, blah. They have over $1 billion now? Okay. So, now the thing is, too, right? Because they aren't a single entity. They're owned by a larger company. So resources, whether it be manpower or finances, can be redirected. And that could be what is happening with some things. Now, Kabam does have another title coming out, the Mirrorverse one. And then Netmarble in general has other titles coming out. So, yeah, it's probably not all hands on deck for MCOC. People who have invested too much time and money in the game don't have it in them to quit the game. No, I think you just lose interest in something eventually, right? I think that's just part of life, regardless if it's a game, if it's a relationship, if it's a job, whatever it is. Eventually you just lose interest and you move on, and it's going to be the same thing for this. I'm not saying that's what's happening right now. But I think right now for this game in particular, it's multiple things that are working against it, and yeah, I mean, and you can't deny that the last 2 quarters have been 2 of their lowest quarters since they've had the game running. The daily estimated revenue for this game is 100,000. Okay. Yeah, no, it's. But then, what's their expenses? The daily expenses for the game, though, right? Because their revenue could be 100,000, but if their expenses are 120,000, well, that's not something that's sustainable, right? Because that means that every day, they're losing $20,000. The whole parry bug in Ghost Hercules, minor nerfs, is not as bad as patch 12.0 was, though. So I feel like it will recover. Yeah, but 12.0 was not... there was no technical problem with 12.0. That was all intentional, how things worked. Whereas right now, they've got technical problems, and they've got... not planning problem. Yeah, planning problem. It's sad to see a game I've been playing for 6 years slowly fade. this wasn't my childhood game, but I've been playing since I've been like 12. Okay. So you're 18? All right. Yeah, but I mean, like, there's tons of games that, have been really popular and then either faded or just went away. Well, like, look at World of Warcraft, for example, right? Like, when that first came out, it was a huge success. And it's still, a game that's played currently. I played it for 6 years. And it's had its lulls, for sure. Its ups and downs. And then last November, with their most recent expansion, it was right back at the top of the PC game market. So, we could absolutely see something like that for MCOC. But right now, it is in a decline. Now, none of the big YouTubers are gonna talk about that or say that, right? It makes sense because this is what they use for their income. So they don't want to see the game doing poorly, and I can't blame them. I mean, if I were in their shoes, I would be saying, no, the game's fine, it's doing great, as well. But the reality of the situation is it's not. I think that might be also some of the resistance when this kind of topic comes up and people are like, oh no, it's it's doing great and blah blah. Is that people don't take it as though, oh no, in 6 months or a year the servers are turned off or whatever. Like that's not what it means to be in decline. It just means that it's not doing as well as it has done. The game's daily revenue was $300,000 in 2015, 2018. Then it started going down. Yeah. But I mean, if they do the thing with the strikers, the relics, all of these other things, yeah, absolutely. You may have people who are currently playing that don't like it, but that might also bring in an influx of new players. Ooh, what do I want to do there? Yeah, I don't think, like, I definitely wouldn't be quitting the game now and saying, oh, this game is dead. No. I might take a break. Like, not me in particular, just saying, if somebody were unhappy with the way the game is currently, I could see taking a break and saying, you know what, I'll be back in a couple months to see if things have been fixed or getting better or whatever. But, I mean, if you take a break from the game and you find another game that you enjoy, or you just feel like, you know what, I'm done with mobile games or whatever it is, then you might just not return. But I think the thing that Kabam is going to want, which any game is going to want, is new people playing. Because new people playing, the potential for them to spend is a lot more than somebody who's been playing the game for a long time. So the longer you've been playing, the better you are at the game, hopefully. The better your roster is, so the less need for you to spend. But when you're starting out and you're trying to catch up to everybody else who's been playing, you're probably going to be more enticed to be spending. There have been silent periods in this game where I haven't heard a lot about this game. Those were in 2017, 18, and now. But on release in 2019 to 2020, it was very popular. Yeah, I think 2018, 2019, it was quite popular as well, because you had a lot of the big MCOC or MCU movies, right? You had Black Panther, you had Captain Marvel, you had Infinity War? Yeah, I think it was Infinity War. So you had three of the biggest MCU movies, and I think it was Infinity War. The Kabam hosted the premiere of it in Los Angeles, I think. I feel like most people to spend are people that are stuck on a certain piece of content. Could be. I've seen people say, they get stuck somewhere and they just back out if they're not spenders or they're free to play. They just back out altogether. What Kabam could do is add more popular characters every now and then. Well, I mean, that's why you had Sung Shi, right? Because Sung Shi and Deadly Origin, they were supposed to be released when their movies came out. but because of scheduling, that didn't work. So, but we might see some characters come out when the Eternals movie comes out. So that is partly also a reason why we might not see some characters that we really want, is that they are waiting for some kind of other media attention on those characters. So they capitalize on that, you know, like, okay, there's a movie about this character, now this character is also in the game. All right, so we're going to get to 20, let's see. Yeah, we'll get to 24. And that will be that. And I will be going to bed. Oh my lord, it's 1:30. Crazy. Yeah, at the end of the day though, I wouldn't worry about where the game is as somebody playing the game. The only thing I think which I am considering and changing, would be the amount of money I would spend on the game. Like, I do not think, it's still a ways away, honestly, but I do not think I will be spending any cash on Cyber Weekend. I'll definitely use units if the unit offers look worthwhile, but I will not be using any cash. So at least for the rest of this year. Yeah, there won't be any cash out of my pocket to kabam. And it's not that I don't think that things would be worth it or whatever. It's just that, well, I don't know if I'm going to be playing the game much longer. Just because I think, for me, maybe, hopefully, my life will start to get a little bit busier. So yeah, I don't necessarily want to be putting money into something that I don't see getting a fair bit of use out of. So. And that would be the same thing with anything else too. Like if I was playing another game or whatever, and I figured, you know, I'm not going to be playing games as much, well, then I'd be less likely to be spending on it. Oh, come on. I didn't want to use my L3 just because of the animation time, but whatever. Like Quicksilver, Mystique, etc. Yeah, they've said it several times, though, that Mystique would be a difficult character to bring into the game. Even if they have like 3 6-star Nexuses. Oh, it doesn't matter what it is, like what they have. Yeah, so if they had 50 6-star Nexuses, right? But I only see, you know, that I'm gonna be playing the game for another 2 weeks. Well, what would be the point of spending the money for them, right? And just because they have something like that doesn't mean that it's going to make me want to play the game any longer. If I've got other things to occupy my time. But all that being said, there are people that it doesn't matter what they put out, that they're buying. It doesn't matter how bad the offer is, somebody will buy it. So, like that 6-star Nexus offer they had the other day, like that was not a very good value, but there were people that bought it. And that was better value, obviously, than the 5-star Nexus. The 5-star Nexus one I thought was crazy. It was, so the 6-star Nexus was 4,000 units. The 5-star Nexus was 3,000 units. And the 5-star Nexus one was the 5-star Nexus and 2,500 5-star shards. However, you can currently, with the snapshots in the Bugle store, you can get a 5-star Nexus for like 900 snapshots, I think, And you can get 2,500 5-star shards for like 100 snapshots. So why would you go and spend 3,000 units for something you can get for just playing the game currently? Or bring in newer versions of popular characters like Thor, Thanos, Strange. Yeah, I think we're going to see something with Doctor Strange when that movie comes out. Yeah. No, I don't want to do this with any. Wow, I don't want any of these fights. Oh dear. Okay, well that one's not banned. All this talk right now. 3 years from now, we're having the same discussion. Oh, I think you'll get a lot of people back to the game for at least a week whenever they introduce strikers or relics. Because I think you'll have a lot of people who have played the game and who have moved on will come back just to try out these new features. I bet people bought that offer a few days ago. That was a tier 2 alpha and less than a third of a tier 5 basic for 500 units. I don't know if it was that one, but there was a offer recently that value-wise was quite good. And if I hadn't already decided that I'm no longer spending for this year, I would have absolutely bought it. But I'd already decided I'm not spending anymore, so yeah. But no, it was really good value. I think it was 3 T5B and some T2A, I think. Can't wait for Kamala Khan's show to come out, not because of the show, but because she'll probably get buffed. Boss rated strikers might attract more members. Yeah. What do you think compensation will look like? I don't know. Yeah, and I think there could be quite a range for it. The only thing that I'm pretty certain about is that we will get 10 health pots and 10 revives. Outside of that, I do not know. All right, that is it for me. That is it for me. Let's see here. All right. So let's head on out of here with... And if you weren't awake before, you're awake now. But yeah, let's head on out with a bit of a raid on over to Mr. KT1. I think he's doing some arena, so yeah. Feel free to head on over there and say hello. And yeah, thanks for coming hanging out, and I will catch you guys later. Take care.